Hey, this is Don from Padlock Technologies, owner and principal. Wanted to do a brief topic on this is actually going to help hospitals because I just got off the phone with a client right now. And I just want to, it's on my brain, so I wanted to talk about it. So, if you're in hospital and you're trying to implement something like ICE, you're probably going to run into one real bad situation. And that situation is basically you won't know what devices are on your network. Right now, this goes to another video that I had called Why Are IoT Devices So Hard to Enforce Policy On? And it's really simple. You probably don't know that they're on their network. You probably don't know how they communicate. And it's really hard to enforce policy, at least from phase one perspective or phase two enforcement, which is trust sec enforcement or posture enforcement as well, but you can't posture MAB devices. So this won't talk about posturing. This is really about trust sec. So one of the key things you can do to kind of combat that situation is getting a third party appliance to do some integration with, and that will do your profiling for you. And then you can share that contextual information with ICE and create stronger MAB policies or profiling policies. So one of the key integrations here that I just did was ICE and a company called Ordr. So what Ordr does is it will take net flow information, go and basically combine all that information. It will take all that telemetry data, pump it into a collector. That collector will send that all that information, how it communicates, what kind of device it is, based on certain criteria, and then it will pump it into the Ordr dashboard. Now, the integration with ICE comes in via PX Grid, or they call this thing called ERS, which is an API integration. And what you would do is you would link those two together, and then you would do push and pull. So ICE will send attributes to Ordr, Ordr will send attributes to ICE. Now, it's not recommended that you send net flow information to ICE because it can cause ICE to have a whole bunch of problems. But you can send that net flow data to Ordr. Ordr can do all that congestion of information or ingestion of information because it can take net flow data, which is our telemetry data, and then come up with a profile policy based on the things that it see or the things that you sent through it through the net flow record. Then it will send it to ICE, and then in ICE you can say, okay, I'm just going to base my profile on the things that I get from Ordr. Now you have a high visibility on what a device is, what it actually communicates in Ordr, but then you can enforce policy in ICE. And the great thing about the Ordr to ICE integration is that it will help you create things called DACLs, which are downloadable ACLs, or SGACL, which is security group ACLs if you're doing something like TrustSec. It is very hard to do DACLs and security group ACLs if you don't know how the device communicates. Ordr helps you by automating that process because it knows how the device communicates. So if it knows how the device communicates, and now it can help you create those DACLs or SGACLs, it kind of took a lot of the work, the upfront work, and a lot of the questions that you would ask certain teams about what things need to communicate. It kind of takes that out of the way for you and kind of automates it. This is where automation actually works great for you, because I've done those before something like Ordr came around. I've done those interviews to figure out, hey, how does this device actually communicate with another device? How does a device actually communicate with a server? What ports is it on? And let me tell you, without something like secure workloads or testration, that what it used to be called, or something like Ordr, it's very hard to figure it out. And your policies are very generic because you don't know the granular port level communications. So again, this works if you are a hospital trying to integrate network access control in your environment. You already have ICE to enforce access onto your network, but then you can have something like Ordr that can help you profile unknown or IoT devices or devices that don't do 802.1x that you want to allow on your network. It will help you profile them properly, and then you can create a policy in ICE to allow the device on the network, and then it'll also help you create security group ACLs or DACLs that can refine the kind of access that you want to allow these IoT devices that plug into your network. So once again, this is Don from Padlock Technologies. Hopefully this video was informative. Thank you and have a nice day.